Now, if we take a look at some of the preloaded applications on the Epic 4G Touch, there's some from Samsung and there's some from Sprint as well. AllShare is a DLNA application from Samsung. Then we've got some standard Android applications. Then this Keys Air application is actually pretty cool. What it allows you to do is access the files on your phone wirelessly from a computer if you're on the same Wi-Fi network. And you can see here it gives you a URL that you can enter, and you can browse the various files that you have on the phone, so you don't have to plug in the phone to your computer with a USB cable. Standard Android applications there. Then we've got Samsung's Media Hub, Samsung's Music File, Nova 2 HD is included, Sprint's NASCAR app, Polaris Office is there for office document editing. Social Hub will group all of your messaging applications together, so your text messages, your social media messages, and your email will all go into that one grouping there. Sprint Hotspot's included, Sprint ID is included, Sprint Mobile Payments, Sprint Music Plus, Sprint Radio, Sprint TV, Sprint Zone. So the usual applications that we see on most Sprint smartphones. Sprint will allow you to remove most of them, not all of them, but most of them can be removed if you choose that you do not want them on the phone there itself. Then you've got your Task Manager and Task List applications from Samsung. Telenav GPS is from Sprint. We've got a cool Video Maker application there, a voice recorder, voice commands from Samsung as well. This includes about a gigabyte of application storage, or excuse me, 2 gigabytes of application storage. If we can take a look. There we go. We've got about 1.8 gigabytes free and 136 used, and these are all the applications that we can remove if we choose not to keep them on the phone. So there's plenty of storage space available for your own applications. Now if we take a look at the camera available on the Epic 4G Touch, it's an 8 megapixel unit that it has autofocus and flash capabilities, and it will also record 1080p video, as mentioned earlier. It's a very impressive camera, much like most of Samsung's recent cameras. Focus is very fast, and as you can see I've got tap to focus, and then I got my on-screen shutter key. I can use the volume keys to zoom in to my subject before I take the picture. So, and you can, once again, you can tap to autofocus various sections. You can switch between the front-facing camera, 2 megapixel unit for self-portraits, or back to the 8 megapixel rear camera. Got some controls here. You can control the flash. Down here is the cogwheel that you get more settings. Various scene modes that you can set. You can set exposure values, focus modes, stuff like that, your image quality. So you do have a lot of controls available, anti-shake control there, to customize your photos. We switch over to the video mode. So it gives you an option to choose your various recording modes, and this, like I said, will record in 1080p HD. Pretty much you just tap the button to start recording. It will refocus the lens while it's recording, which is very nice to see. There we go. Then you can tap the button to stop recording. You can load up your recorded video right so. Recording. It will refocus the lens while it's recording, which is very nice to see. And if you go back to the gallery, you can also see our still photos that we took, which offer pinch to zoom, double tap to zoom as well. Works very effortlessly and smoothly. Now something else that's pretty cool that Samsung has included are a couple of editing applications. You've got a photo editor here on the phone that you can make adjustments to your pictures that you've taken. So you've got a bunch of different options. You can control the colors, saturation, color levels and stuff. You can apply different effects, which is pretty neat. You can copy to multiple images. You can warp them. There's a selection tool, so you can select various areas of the image itself. So it's pretty cool. You got these different image editing software right here on the phone, so you don't have to load it off to your computer to do basic editing tasks. Then there's also a Video Maker application, and what that will do is allows you to add different themes to your videos. So let's choose movie. And then you can have multiple clips and you can stitch them together. You drag your video clips down to the playlist at the bottom there, and you can add audio tracks and still photos as well. You can move around and choose where the playlist starts. And then you can preview, and you can see it added this background music to my video. So it's all done right on the phone, which is pretty impressive and pretty cool. So there you have it. That is the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch for Sprint. It's one of the most anticipated smartphones of the year to come out for the United States, as well as having one of the longest names of any smartphone to come out for the United States. And as a quick recap, we've got a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED Plus display, 480 by 800 pixels of resolution. It's powered by a dual-core 1.2 GHz Samsung Exynos processor. It's got 1 GB of RAM, as well as 16 GB of internal storage and 1 GB of application storage. You're looking at about 9.7 millimeters thick, so just under 10 millimeters profile. Weighs about 129 grams, so it's pretty lightweight in your hand. Dual cameras, 8 megapixel rear camera with autofocus and 1080p video recording, and then a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. And of course, since this is a 4G phone on Sprint's network, it supports Sprint's WiMAX network connectivity features. Sprint will be releasing this to the public on the 16th of September for about $199.99 with a new 2-year agreement. So there you have it. It's the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch for Sprint. This is Dan Seifert from MobileBurn.com. Thanks, guys.